Every spring freshet, we're concerned. The last 2 years, we've had our emergency operations center activated for potential flooding on the Skeena. Last year, it peaked and dropped really close to flooding some areas of the city, and probably as most viewers are aware, the regional district had flooding in Old Remo.
The city assuring the residents that they are taking the issue of flooding seriously and that they have their best interest at hand and are working proactively to keep residents and their properties safe.
We are having some pre-meetings now at the city just to be monitoring and make sure you have things in place if the river really rises.
While residents are to remain vigilant and ready, no flooding has occurred just yet, and with the current state of the weather, there isn't a major concern.
It's always weather dependent. So it depends on the winter snowpack, how much snow's up there, and then it depends on our spring weather. If we have long hot stretches that really, speed up that snow melt rapidly, and then if that's compounded with heavy rainfall or either of those. It really depends on what the weather does, how fast that snow melts and comes off the mountains. Some years, not an issue at all. This year, our snowpack is around, I think, average. But again, it's the weather that really drives whether we have any concerns or not.
Although no flood warning has been issued for the area, there is a high stream flow advisory for the Skeena region. On May 5th at 8:30 a.m., including the Bulkley River and the surrounding areas such as Telkwa, Smithers, Hazelton, Kispiox, and Terrace. High stream flow advisory is different than a flood advisory. A high stream flow is announced when the river levels rise or are expected to rise rapidly, but with no major flooding expected. The announcement just means to use extreme caution when around fast-flowing bodies of water, as there is an increase to life safety. The advisory also cautions to avoid activities such as fishing, swimming, boating, or hiking in the affected areas, as even strong swimmers can potentially be trapped with an increased risk in drowning. For more information, go to www.preparedbc.floods.